You may be sitting on a gold mine and you not even know it. You could be getting cash flow right now, but you haven't even took the first step. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy. I'm here at one of my Airbnbs in Orlando, Florida. This is my 10th Airbnb in 10 months of doing Airbnb. How do I do it? People have been asking me, they've been DMing me, they've been writing in the comments, how do I do it? Simply put, I just do it. I've gotten to such a good point into my Airbnb portfolio that property owners now offer me their homes, their houses, for me to arbitrage them, okay? So with that being said, I don't have to do a lot of looking for properties like how I did back in the beginning, which was not that long ago, it was 10 months ago. But I'm a type of person that I learn fast and I move fast, so therefore I get fast results. But as far as my strategy goes, it's nothing crazy, right? It's pretty self-explanatory, to be honest. I went from mattress pro to hospitality pro. Yes, you heard that correctly. I used to be a mattress pro. I kind of sort of still am. What I mean by that is, as most of y'all know, I owned, past tense by the way, a adult film company that generated me so much money that I got to invest in many different businesses, and I got the liberty to experience different industries to see which one I would like best, because I knew that pornography was not going to be the only thing that I would be focused on throughout my entire life. While it is a good business, it does make great income. It is not something that I plan to do for the rest of my life, right? So I wanted to tap into different things that would potentially bring me more money, or who knows, right? It's all about taking a risk at the end of the day. One of the businesses that I started before Airbnb was a cleaning business and a Turo business. I had another business as well. I started a Turo business. Me and my wife, we bought a lot of vehicles, and I mean a lot, okay? That we pretty much took over the entire neighborhood. This is when we were living in an apartment, actually. We had about 6 cars on a lot, and eventually we ended up getting up to 10 cars. We started seeing how people were not taking care of the vehicles, and also we had people damaging cars, and just dealing with Turo in general wasn't the best experience. But after we got tired of that, we started looking into Airbnb. I've always wanted to have Airbnbs. I ended up just doing my research. Took initiative to find homes. Now, how did I find those homes? I found them just by driving in the streets, okay? From taking my Turo vehicles from point A to point B, when I had to rent them out, I was like a hawk, just looking. Every time I would be just, driving through the road, I would be looking at signs from property owners. I did not want to do anything online. I was not going to hit up anybody online, because most people online were dealing with property managers and realtors, and they're not going to be getting your message through about rental arbitrage. So instead, I went directly to the source, to the main man, which is the property owners. And that's who you need to be talking to if you want to scale in this business fast. In 10 months of my Airbnb journey, I've been able to make over $100,000, okay? Just in 10 months. My strategies do fall within pricing as well, okay? You have to learn dynamic pricing. Anyone who asks me about Airbnb in this type of business, you have to learn about pricing, because if you do not, you will either be charging too much to the point where you get very little occupancy, or you'll be charging too little to the point where your calendar may be looking all booked up, and that may look nice, but this game is not about occupancy rate. It's about pricing. It's about scaling your business and continuing to grow. When it comes to pricing, I use price labs. Now, when it comes to price labs, you have to understand dynamic pricing so you can set the correct settings, because price labs, a software like that, can only do but so much, okay? You have to instruct the AI system to do what you need it to do in an automated way. So when it comes to designing the property, you want to have a good design and attractive look, because you need this place to get booked, all right? No one's gonna book a place that looks like a raggedy hole in the wall, old-timey, you know what I mean? And Airbnb, it's not gonna push something that doesn't fit their standards of appearance either. You may wanna work with a professional interior designer. You may wanna look at some YouTube videos about interior designing itself. I got lucky enough to, we end up finding out that my wife actually has a skill for interior designing. So she designed all my Airbnbs, and therefore they became profitable because of that as well. Now, you don't want to spend like $30,000 furnishing and remodeling the place. You can kind of do it for cheaper, all right? I would suggest for you to look for furnished places so that you can avoid the cost of having to spend about $9,000 to $13,000 in furniture for like a 3-bedroom space. Now, getting a furnished place may not be the first type of Airbnb that you get, because you kind of got to build your portfolio up. So either way, you're going to have some upfront investment going on, all right? And for that, you want to have some cash, okay? And if you don't have some cash, what I would suggest is using business credit. That's something that I utilized, my wife utilized. I come from the credit game pretty much, all right? I used to live and breathe credit all day long. It's just, I learned the entire credit game. I learned how the system works. I learned how funding works, and I used it to my advantage, all right? So while everybody was too busy, distracted on, oh, that guy just a porn director or whatever. Nah, I'm actually a learner. I read stuff. I set goals for myself, and I'm very well advanced when it comes to business skills, all right? I'm glad that people don't really know that about me, and it may come shocking to some people. To some people it may not, because the ones who do know me know that I'm a very smart individual at the end of the day. And I make moves happen. I make things shake. Right now, let's say you own a home or a condo or whatever it is, but you don't really want to live there anymore. You may be sitting on a gold mine and you not even know it. You could be getting cash flow right now, but you haven't even took the first step. I have plans of moving out of the country. You know, the way things is going out here in the US, nice country, it'll help me grow a lot when it comes to business. But I have bigger plans for me and my family, to where I want to be more connected with nature. I want to be more connected with other things that I feel like matter more at the end of the day. So if that's you, and if you feel the same way, and if you have a home, you can start with your home and scale from there. Find you a place that's a fraction of the cost of living for you, okay? And move elsewhere. Airbnb your house, rent your house, get into the hospitality business, because I'm in that business and it's going great for me. I'm able to eat every day, pay all my expenses, take care of these landlords, take care of whatever I need to take care of. I'm good. Like you can sustain yourself and your family with a few Airbnbs and you good. Now, if you want more, obviously create some more sources of income, do other things that may bring you more money. But you know, if you just want to relax and be happy, I feel like Airbnb is the way to go. And don't get me wrong though, there is some cons with Airbnb, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and detail every single thing. There'll be a pros and cons video about my Airbnb experience another time. Just know that every business has its risks, has its ups, and has its downs, all right? So don't think that it's all freaking clear skies and sunny days just with, doing Airbnb. You have investment up front. You're gonna deal with difficult guests. You're gonna understand that Airbnb is not the only platform you should focus on, and that you wanna tap into other online travel agency websites, as well as creating your own direct booking website. And you just learn a lot just by being in this business. You learn about accounting, you learn about pricing, you learn about how to deal with customer service, managing your own staff. I've learned a lot just by being in this business in the past 10 months that another business hasn't taught me, all right? When I was full-time in the adult film industry, I would just focus on my models, focus on my shoots, focus that everything is looking good, you know, get the video done and put it out and make some good ROI on these films, right? But now the ROI with Airbnb is definitely a little different. I'm gonna probably do a video about the difference in the profit margins that I had when doing just like OnlyFans and, you know, porn and now that I just do Airbnb. Well, you know, I have my other cash flows coming in as well, but I like to just focus now entirely on Airbnb. As I said in another video, my adult film company was sold. I haven't disclosed the buyer, and I'm not gonna do that for a while. My main focus now is Airbnb and the property industry and hospitality, you know? Making sure that guests have a great experience, making sure that people leave great reviews, and just making people happy, you know? I feel like I come from a business that makes people happy in another way and fulfills a certain thing for people, right? But now I'm fulfilling something else. And that's what life is all about, guys. That's what business is all about. It's about fulfillment. It's about taking care of your customers, taking care of your clients, and scaling and taking it to another level, man. It may take you 6 months, it may take you 6 years to get to where you want, but it all depends on you and the way you scale, and it all falls down on you, man. I'm gonna be doing more videos about Airbnb hosting, getting into the hospitality business. I have a course out there for other things on my website, onlykingsclub.com. You can find it in the description. I'm gonna be more active here on YouTube from now on, guys. I promise, I pinky promise. I wanna teach you guys the things that no one is really teaching y'all. Strategies that people ain't really teaching because they don't want you to be their competition, okay? With me, you're gonna learn everything in and out. I could teach you about the adult film industry. I could teach you about the credit industry, business credit industry, the Turo industry, and now I can teach you about the Airbnb industry. So stay tuned, guys. Make sure you subscribe.